This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Brad the Blade Foster over Zoom. Brad, how are you doing?
All good, mate. All good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to catch up. Obviously, haven't had a chance to speak since your victory just over a week. Was it what 1 week or 2 weeks? Every
2 weeks today.
2 weeks ago now. Yeah. Against Alvaro Rodriguez, unanimous decision victory. Brad, go back to the night for me. How would you assess your performance?
Um, it was a good performance. That Spanish geezer, he took some good shots in there. It was a comfortable win, to be honest, mate. I'd have liked to have got him out of there, but it is what it is. He was a tough man, and he was running basically. So yeah.
Talk to me about that, Brad. Obviously, watching the fight, he just didn't seem like he wanted to engage as much, or he's potentially waiting for you to kind of either slip up so he could counter you, or just for you to walk into him. How frustrating was it that he wasn't as engaging as what you would have probably liked?
I reckon if he was more engaging, I would have got him out of there. I think I came out eager to make a statement to try and stop him, but obviously he was just running round, and I was hitting him with the right hand to the body, right hand over the top. But fair play to the geezer. He was a tough man. He took some good hits.
Obviously, claiming that IBF international title on the back of a win. Is kind of a plan for yourself now to look towards kind of a European route? We'll come on to the EBU situation shortly, but is that the plan for yourself now, and to leave behind kind of the British scene?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I want to progress in my career. I've had 5 British title fights, won the British outright. So the next step, I think I've earned the right to go to that European level, and getting that IBF international. That's getting my world ranking up in that sanctioning body. So yeah, next step European, go towards that EBU European title.
Now, the man who holds that EBU title is Gamal Yafai, somebody you know very well. You've shared the ring with him in sparring previously.
Yeah.
That's been ordered by the EBU for you to face him. We also had the British Boxing Board of Control order yourself versus Gamal, but he pulled out of that. What do you think the scenario will be now, though, with the EBU title? Do you believe he will kind of look to defend it against you? Because I believe he wasn't necessarily interested in going back to the British route, which is why he pulled out of the purse bids with yourself previously.
I'm not too sure what he's going to do. To be fair, but I'm down for that fight. I think that'd be a massive fight in Birmingham. That's a fight that's going to bring the best out of me. We both know each other. We've both done hundreds of rounds. I've done hundreds of rounds with his brother as well. So, I'm down for that fight. But I don't know what he's planned. Maybe he'll have a voluntary and then try go to world level. I'm not too sure, but I want to fight for it.
What did you make of the European Boxing Union ordering the bout between the pair of you?
Well, it don't make a difference. I'm down for it, as I've said. So, that's good news to me.
For you yourself, is it a fight which, how big would you see that fight being at this stage of your career?
Oh, it's a massive fight. Gamal's a top fighter, so I'd have to be on my game. But that's a fight that would excite me, and that would only bring the best out of me. So, as I said, I'm down for that.
I remember watching you versus Cal inspiring, and also with Gamal previously, some brilliant rounds I've been fortunate enough to watch. Would you have ever expected that at this stage of your career and this stage of Gamal's career you would have met? Because I know that I've asked Gamal about it previously, if he thought the pair of you could fight, and I think it was safe to say he thought it would maybe come further down the line. So now it's been ordered. It may not still happen, of course, but if it was to, is this the type of fight at this stage of your career you'd have expected to meet him at?
Um, that's a good question. Who would have thought I'd ever have won a British title outright and got to this stage anyway? Do you know what I mean? So you can't really answer that question, but I've got a lot of respect for Gamal. He's helped me out a lot in the past. He's a good lad, but our paths, I've come to a cross, and yeah, it's just the way it goes, and it's the way it is.
as we said, we know that you've shared you've shared rounds in sparring previously. I know you can't really look too much into it, but from what you did share with Gamal, what would you take away from those rounds together?
He's a very good fighter. That's the fight that I need to be on the game for. That's all I can say. It's going to bring the best out of me.
Away from Gamal, Brad, is there anybody else who kind of your team's considered or are looking at?
Not really. Well, I'm mandatory for that title. That's the one I want next. That's the step I want to go towards. So, that's what we're going for.
In the ideal world, then for yourself, Brad, how would you see the remainder of this year playing out for you?
Getting that European title. That's what I want. I reckon that'd be the best step for me. And it'd be nice winning the British, Commonwealth, IBF International, and European. That's a fantastic achievement for me.
I mean, let's say if you was to fight for that European title, you was to be victorious. You've named all the belts you'd have won up to that point. Again, just kind of reflecting over your career, you would have effectively been able to do it in 17 fights if you was to face Gamal next and you was to win. Again, just going back to when you entered boxing, is that quicker than what you would have anticipated it all happening?
Yeah, you could say that. But as I said, mate, I'm winging it really. Who would have thought of it? I'd even got here. But that just proves to show, like, through hard work and believing in yourself, working harder than anyone else, you can achieve these things. I'm not special. I just work really hard at something, and I believe in myself. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Brad, one thing which I remember how disheartened you were after the Brett Fido draw, considering how far past how long ago that is now and how much more you've developed since then. How would you assess your career since and the lessons you've learned since that fight?
Probably after that fight, I started taking things a bit more seriously and started really knuckling down at the boxing. Maybe I was playing at it before then. After that fight, obviously you learn from things. I started, knuckling down at it, really giving it a good go. And then since then, I've just, took my opportunities when they've been given to me. And it's got me here today.
Brad, just before I let you go, as always, I want to leave a final word to yourself. Of course, unfortunately, your Barmy Army was not able to attend your last fight. Hopefully, they will be able to attend the next one. Just kind of a message to your fans who have followed you throughout your journey so far.
Thank you to the Barmy Army. Hopefully, soon we'll be back out there chanting, doing bits at the stadiums and all that. So thank you for all the continued support, and thank you for all my sponsors that help me on the journey. Let's get it.
Brad, it's a pleasure as always. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.